Hello viewers, welcome once again to another educative episode of African Confessions HD right here on Extraordinary Africa. My name is Solution Uncle. If you're still new in this show, we publish lifetime confessions. Usually we publish anonymously for their own safety reasons. Today we have one confession in this video. In the first part of this video, the person will be explaining to us how he joined, and in the second segment, he will be explaining how the cult works, how it is operating in South Africa. So never touch that dial. Enjoy your watch. It was the summer of 2011 when my life took an unexpected turn. I had just finished another day at the office and I was walking home through the busy streets of the town. As I passed a fruit cart, a middle-aged man caught my eye. He was offering oranges to passers with a warm smile. Normally, I wouldn't have paid much attention, but something about this demeanor intrigued me that day. "Care for any orange?" he asked politely, holding out a basket filled with bright juicy fruits. I hesitated for a moment, then nodded and took one. I was hungry. It was a simple gesture, accepting a piece of fruit from a stranger, but little did I know it would set in motion a series of events that would change my life forever. The man nodded in acknowledgement, his smile widened slightly, as if he knew something I didn't. "Enjoy," he said simply, before turning his attention to the next passer. I continued on my way, the orange in my hand, thinking nothing more of the encounter. Yet, looking back now, I can't help but wonder if that moment was the beginning of everything that followed. Days passed, and life went on as usual. I went to work, met with friends, and carried out my daily routines. But behind the scenes, something subtle was shifting within me. Thought of the men and the oranges lingering in the back of my mind, nudging at my curiosity. One evening, whilst browsing the internet aimlessly, I stumbled upon a website that caught my attention. It was a community called the Harmon Seekers. Their homepage spoke of spiritual enlightenment, living in harmony with nature, and personal growth. Intrigued by their ideals of simplicity and inner peace, I found myself clicking through their articles and watching their online videos. The Harmon Seekers seemed to offer a path different from the hustle and bustle of my daily life. They spoke of mindfulness, meditation, and a deeper connection with oneself and the world around us. Their message resonated with me on some level, stirring a longing for something more meaningful amidst the monotony of my existence. I spent hours diving deeper into their teachings, soaking up their psychology like a sponge thirsts for water. Each article I read, each video I watched seemed peel back another layer of understanding about life and spirituality. It was refreshing, intoxicating, even to consider a different way of living. One day prioritized inner peace over external success. A few weeks later, just as I was beginning to immerse myself fully in the teachings of the Harmon Seekers, I received an unexpected email. The subject line read, "An innovation to discover Harmon." Intrigued, I opened to find a personalized message inviting me to attend an upcoming gathering hosted by the Harmon Seekers. The email praised my interest in their teachings and extended a warm welcome to join them for an evening of meditation, discussion, and fellowship. I hesitated at first, unsure of what to make of this innovation from a group I had only encountered online. But curiosity got the better of me, and after a moment's deliberation, I replied, expressing tentative interest in requesting more details about the gathering. Within hours, another email arrived in my inbox providing the address and time of the meeting, along with assurance of a welcoming environment where I could explore their teachings firsthand. It felt like a sign, a nudge from universe urging me to step outside my comfort zone, and embrace this opportunity for growth and exploration. The evening of the gathering arrived with a mix of anticipation and nervousness. I found myself standing outside a modest house in a quiet neighborhood, a stark contrast to the bustling city streets I was accustomed to. Taking a deep breath, I knocked on the door, unsure of what awaiting me on the other side. To my surprise, the door swung open to reveal a smiling woman with gentle eyes. Welcome, she greeted warmly, and sharing me inside. The living room was dimly lit with candles and casting soft shadows on the faces of those gathered. Around me, I saw a diverse group of individuals, each with air of serenity and purpose. The evening began with a guided meditation led by charismatic men who exuded calm and confidence. His words resonated with me, touching on themes of inner peace and letting go of worldly distractions. As we sat in silence, I felt a sense of tranquility wash over me, a feeling I hadn't experienced in a long time. After the meditation, we engaged in discussions around mindful spirituality and pursuit of happiness. The Harmon Seekers emphasized the importance of simplicity and connecting with nature as pathways to spiritual enlightenment. Their words struck a chord within me, initiated a desire to learn more and delve deeper into their teachings. In the weeks and months that followed, I continued to attend gatherings hosted by the Harmon Seekers. Each meeting deepened my understanding of their beliefs and practices, reinforcing their message of living in harmony with oneself and the world around us. I found myself drawn to their community, a diverse group of individuals united by a shared quest for spiritual growth and inner peace. They welcomed me with open arms, offering guidance and support as I navigated this new chapter of my life. Yet beneath the surface of the camaraderie and enlightenment, there were moments of unease. I noticed subtle changes in my thoughts and behaviors, influenced by the group's teaching and charismatic leaders who imposed them. As time went on, I began to question the group's teachings and hold they had over my life. What had started as a quest for enlightenment had morphed into struggle for clarity and autonomy. Friends and family expressed concern about my behaviors, the way I was. They urged me to go to churches, and I was no longer one to pray. One afternoon, while shopping at a local market, I came across a display of oranges, the same variety that had been offered to me by the street vendor a month ago. I hesitated for a moment, my mind flooded with memories of that fateful encounter. Curiosity got the better of me. I bought a few oranges, taking them home with a mixture of nostalgia and apprehension. As I peeled one of the oranges and took a bite, I was transported back to that summer day when everything began to change. The taste was sweet yet tingled with bitterness, a metaphor for my experiences with the Harmon Seekers. The oranges had symbolized a turning point in my life, making the beginning of a journey that would challenge my beliefs and cause troubles in my life. Months turned into years, and my involvement with the Harmon Seekers deepened, but so did my doubts. I began to question the group's teaching and influence they had over my life. The once welcoming community now felt suffocating, its ideals overshadowing my own thoughts and desires. I noticed subtle signs of manipulation and control within the group, and this changed the life of my children, my family. A lot of misfortunes have been happening. It was a rainy evening in the late autumn when I finally reached breaking point, sitting alone in my apartment, surrounded by flickering candlelight. I confronted the harsh reality of my situation. The harmon seekers had become a shadowy presence in my life, casting doubts and insecurities. The only thing I was only capable of doing was going with those oranges to the streets to give the people. With trembling hands, I packed a bag and made a decision to break free from this grip of the crowd that had ensured me for far too long. It was a moment of clarity amidst the storm of confusion and uncertainty. Leaving behind everything I had come to know, I embarked on a journey of self discovery and healing. Leaving the Harmon Seekers wasn't easy. It meant untangling myself from relationships and routines that had become deeply inter within my identity. It meant facing the disappointment and disillusionment that came with the realization I had been deceived to some extent by promises of a better life and spiritual fulfillment, but nothing came to me. Instead, I lost my job, I lost my family because of that, and I was left someone who is useless in the community. Slowly but surely, I became to heal from the wounds inflicted by time with hormone seekers. I rediscovered passions and interests that had been overshadowed by these chaos demands. At least a friend of mine introduced me to a church. They let me join that church, and whilst I was serving the hormone seekers, I learned a lot and I saw a lot is happening in this world. And it's good not to relax because they are everywhere. They are doing it, especially kids. Looking back on my journey, I realized the profound lessons I had gleaned from my experience with the hormone seekers. It had been a journey of self discovery and resilience, marked by moments of darkness always. I learned the importance of praying always. I discovered the power of that community and connection. They are evil, those people. Above all, I learned to trust God and not to trust everyone, to listen to other people's that would guided me away from this allure of false promises. And my story serves as a reminder of vulnerability we all face in moments of on life. In sharing my story, I hope to shed light on the complexities of cult involvements and inspire others to trust God and safeguard themselves. May my journey serve as a beacon of hope and resilience for those who are listening. Thank you in advance. The next is the second part where the author will be explaining how their cult operates in South Africa. Hello, fellow cousins. I have this story to share with you. In our group, known as the Brotherhood of the Unseen, we have a unique tradition that spans across the vibrant cities and quiet towns of South Africa. Our practice revolves around placing shrines adorned with ancient symbols and candles in prominent public places. These shrines houses what we believe to be manifestations of ancient demons, serve as focal points for our rituals. Each shrine is meticulously prepared with offerings of food, fruits, nuts, and sometimes even fresh baked bread, or arranged in precise patterns that hold symbols meaning for us. These offerings are not merely sustenance, they are offerings meant to appease and invoke the presence of the demon within the shrine. Our rituals are conducted discreetly, often during the quiet hours of dawn or the mysterious veil of twilight. Clad in symbol robes, we gather around the shrine, our faces illuminated by the flickering candlelight. The air is thick with incense, its aromatic tendrils mingling with the cool morning mist or the warmth of the evening breeze. Central to our ceremonies is the act of eye contact. We believe that the eye are portals through which we can establish a connection with the unseen forces that surround us. By looking eyes with individuals passing by the shrine, we seek to awaken their curiosity and stir something deep within their souls. The reaction of those who encounter our shrine vary widely. Some pass by with indifferent gazes, dismissing our presence as mere superstition. Others, however, are drawn in by the mesmerizing dance of candlelight and the faint echoes of our chants. They linger, captivated by the ancient symbols and the fruit whispers of something beyond their comprehensions. This is what we have been doing to the public. If I just look at you eye to eye, and I'll be with that access to your inner soul. But there are some of the people who have failed to turn to our cult. I'll explain about those individuals, why we are failing to take them. Over time, word of our rituals is spread, woven into fabric of urban legends and whispered tales. People speak of chance encounters with individuals who claim to have been bewitched by our rituals, or of dreams haunted by the reflection images of the shadow figures. For us, the shrine represents a bridge between mundane and the mystical, a reminder of enduring power of belief in the mysterious that lie just beyond the threshold of perception. Our goal is not to instill fear or sow discord, but to provoke contemplation and awaken awareness of the unseen forces that shape us. We have been involved in many accidents, public accidents. As we continue to carry out our rituals across South Africa, we remain steadfast in our commitment to preserve ancient traditions and fostering a deeper understanding of mysteries that blind us all.